last video, I talked about how bad Disney Star Wars has been. In this video, I want to talk about how I think Disney can fix it. First, let's take a look at the decline of Star Wars since Disney acquired it in 2012. I'm going to use the box office results to represent it. I'm only going to use the 3 trilogy movies, but we all know Solo lost money. I only want to look at 3 countries across 3 movies: the US, China, and of course, Australia. We'll start with the US. The Force Awakens made just over 935 million. The Last Jedi made 620 million. The Rise of Skywalker, 485 million. Let's have a look at China. The Force Awakens made just under 125 million. The Last Jedi made 42.5 million. And The Rise of Skywalker made 20 million. In my home country, Australia, The Force Awakens made 71 million. The Last Jedi made just under 45 million. And The Rise of Skywalker just under 30 million. Finally, let's just quickly take a look at the total worldwide box office. The Force Awakens made just under 2.1 billion. The Last Jedi made just over 1.3 billion. And The Rise of Skywalker just over $1 billion.
That's not good enough!
Not to mention how much merchandise sales have dropped too.
Merchandising! Where the real money from the movie is made.
I think based on all of that, it's obvious how much fans don't like this new Star Wars. There's a lot of fans out there right now saying,
Who cares?
I wonder what the boardroom meetings would be like at Disney right now.
Outlook, not so good.
So where do we go from here? I believe there are 4 simple steps that can be taken to save this franchise. The first thing that needs to happen is management needs to change. Kathleen Kennedy needs to be replaced. I don't know any company out there that would allow statistics to drop like this without some sort of consequences. She has single-handedly allowed Star Wars to become the joke of the franchise wars.
Well, that's fucking not good.
Let's hope the replacement comes in the form of someone like Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni. Second, make this trilogy non-canon. For those of you who don't know, canon is a term used in fictional stories. Typically refers to the material related to the story that is considered official, either by the story creators or the author. The reason why this is the second step is because with the law changes and the damage these movies do, as I explain in my previous video, you can't move forward with the story in the same way that it should be. The best thing to do is to make this trilogy non-canon. I feel that's the only way to get some of these lost fans back. Third, completely forget the Skywalker Saga. All I can really say about this is you tried and you failed. Do not try again. The last thing we all want to see is our beloved characters completely assassinated again. Also, Harrison Ford wouldn't do another Star Wars movie for anything, and Carrie Fisher has sadly passed away. You could definitely bring back Luke. You wouldn't have to make him the main character of the story, he would just be the ultimate Jedi Master and teacher. Although I still think it's a bad idea to do that. They could always tell Luke, Leia, and Han's stories in an animated series. Finally, go forward or backwards in the timeline. If they were to decide to go backwards in the timeline, I'd like them to go back maybe around 1,000 years. Tell the stories from the Knights of the Old Republic, from the EU. For those of you who don't know what the EU is, it's the Star Wars Expanded Universe, all the extended books, comics, and novels expanding on the original story, all approved by George Lucas. When Disney acquired Star Wars, they made it non-canon and called it Legends, so they could have creative freedom. The problem is, they don't understand the Star Wars universe. If they went forward in the timeline, I only want them to go roughly around 50 to 100 years and continue the Skywalkers and the Solos. Tell Luke and Leia's kids and grandkids stories. That's it, 4 simple steps to get Star Wars back on track. And they could make Solo non-canon too. there's my thoughts on the future of Star Wars. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I on the mark or completely wrong? Let me know what you think can save Star Wars from here. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it, and please subscribe for future content.